Cool. Hey, first and foremost, yeah, I need to get onto every single wrestling fan right now.
Go on.
Bro.
I feel like Thunderdome, like obviously WWE are doing all right, this Thunderdome thing. They blessed us with a nice arena, giving us, like something just to make this pandemic situation better in it in terms of wrestling, for the wrestling and stuff. I was watching Raw, and I see like at the end of Raw, I'm seeing someone get beheaded.
Wait, what?
First I see, no, because obviously they've got this like virtual arena, right? And they've got like fans, like obviously fans in the audience and stuff. You can join the audience and that. So they've got fans in the audience. And like when I was watching it, like going towards the end, like you see like the wide angle that they showed, you see like a KKK member just like just standing there, innit? Like I don't know if you're standing or was walking, it was like a rally. The next thing you know, it cuts to someone get beheaded. And luckily, before the guy's head fell off, they've cut to Dominik falling at the ring. So I'm just like, fam, what the hell is going on, bro? Like, and my thing is this: I feel like a lot of people right now are so bored. A lot of wrestling fans right now are so bored, and they'll do anything to like tarnish a brand. Do you know what I mean? For no reason, bro. Like it's even from if it's like AEW or TNA Impact, sorry, to WWE, to whatever you want to call it. They always like, they never like, they can't have good things, fam. I feel like people can't have good things, fam. And for us to be... Say again?
No, I was going to say, no, finish what you're saying.
Yeah, so for us to be blessed with this Thunderdome, I feel like WWE are doing their thing with Thunderdome first and foremost. I'm enjoying it. I don't know about you guys, we'll discuss it after this, but I feel like me seeing that really just made me feel like, I just felt vexed in it, because I'm like, bro, like after all that's going on in the world right now, and like people getting, like obviously our black people getting killed and stuff, is that what you want to be putting on the TV screen? Like KKK member, people getting beheaded. Do you know what I mean? There was even someone said they saw Pikachu there as well. I'm like, fam, what is going on, fam? Why can't you man just have something good and just keep something good, bro?
Chris Benoit as well.
Chris Benoit one, I didn't find that funny, fam. Like, I can't find any Chris Benoit jokes I don't find funny no more.
Let me tell you something, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
I feel like in every sport you'll get those fans, innit? Remember
Like
football, bananas and that, Sterling and that.
Yeah.
No, I'm coming from, like, I feel like in every industry you're going to have those pricks and dickheads.
Mm.
You know? It's a shame that in the wrestling industry you have idiots too. But
personally, I mean, there's no room for it. Obviously, like you're saying, they've given us this opportunity for those that are logging in to be in the arena, so to speak. But it's like there's always going to be room for this where there's live TV. Like whenever there's something live, there's always going to be room for something out of your control to happen. I remember a couple years back, after Enzo had been fired, if you man remember, he was in the front row or something and tried to do some madness during the middle of a show. Like, there's going to be always room for something like this at a live event. I did think that WWE would be streaming the show to the people or whatever, vice versa, with a bit of a delay so that they could kind of filter through this stuff before it actually reaches TV. But it doesn't seem like it's the case. And people, unfortunately, are taking advantage of them trying to trust the crowd.
Yeah. Because even I remember at first, and obviously, man, like when the news came out, like obviously you got put in a group chat, and a few of the boys like, watch someone pull out their meat. And not to say I've been waiting for that, but do you know what I mean? Like, why should that be something that we should think about, bro? Why can't people just have good things and just keep it as that, fam? Do you know what I mean? But for someone to pull out their meat or show cake, bro, that's not fair, man. What the hell?
And these are wrestling fans, man. These men are
we need to get onto them, fam. They need to chill, fam. Even
don't even say me. You know my comments. You have to start beep 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 beep.
Hey, Doris, Sam, I'll let you rip in a bit. I'm gonna let you rip. But even down to the whole thing that happened with what's her name? I forgot. How can I forget her name? Sonya
Deville.
Yeah, even that's unacceptable, fam.
Yeah,
that's so unacceptable in her own home. Do you know what I mean? And I even saw something about, I think it's Ringside, what they called again. I forgot the name of it.
Ringside News.
Ringside News. They posted up a meme like about Sonya Deville, like house get like. Basically, it was not. I didn't want to talk about it. I don't feel like stuff like that should be posted. I don't feel like jokes like that should run. Do you get what I mean? But like, fam, people just can't have good stuff, man. It's not cool, man. It's not cool, man. Sorry to start the podcast on something negative, but I just feel like I wanted to get out my chat. I just wanted to, just like,
No, but my thing is, like, at the end of the day, what do you expect? These are men that are big 40+ men that
they are
fat.
waste men.
They live in their
waste
grandma's
men.
basement. Like, if you see, like, bro, these are men that we see at wrestling shows all the time. Like, these men are people that aren't on shit. These are men that flipping bash that's what they do. They go home, they watch wrestling, and they bash. That's it. They dash off.
Yeah, bro,
What do you expect?
Ask them if they know how to talk to a girl. No,
What do you expect from these men? These men are idiots, man. I don't
But
know.
do you know what it is?
Yeah.
You know what it is? I give props to WWE for giving us the opportunity for it because it is something nice for the fans to enjoy. It's like VIP experience, basically. But because of all these small incidents, WWE's thought of something where they're only going to put people they trust in like the front rows of the videos, and like the fans are going to be a bit higher up. So you wouldn't be able to see them as much. You'll only be able to see trusted WWE personnel in the videos.
Okay.
that's good.
So I feel like that's something they're doing to combat situations like that. Unfortunately, because a few people ruined it for the majority.
Yeah. That shit can't run. That shit can't happen again, man. Honestly, man. Especially if like during an important part, obviously the Retribution came in and they were trying to attack Dominik. Everyone wants to see what's gonna happen in it, and on a wide screen, you're seeing man get beheaded, fam. That should have run.
So I don't really understand what you mean by beheaded in terms of.
So there was a video of a guy on his knees, and someone had a knife, and they were cutting the man's neck.
Oh, that video.
Yeah, bro, and it was on the back. It was on one of the front of the thingy audience screens, innit? Yeah, man. It's nuts, man. But yeah, sorry guys. I go by the name of VHS Pappy. You listen to Red Wrestlers podcast. I think this episode 35. Correct me if I'm wrong.
36.
36.
Yeah.
You sure?
Hey,
I think so.
man.
Hey,
Check.
facts and edges, man. Check that.
That's it. I think so. Look at this guy.
Fact check that.
Okay, cool. I'm going for 35.
I think it might be 35.
It's 35. Yeah, we're 35. We're 35. Like we got the man in the building. Man, can I get a hell yeah? What's going on, fam? What we said? Fam, hey, is everyone quiet? But yeah, man, we got the man in the building. Hope you guys been watching wrestling at home. Whoever's listening to this, I've been enjoying it personally. And yeah, I heard you, man, like chat shit. Man, in the last podcast, but we'll get into it, innit? We'll really get into it this one. But it's all blessed. We'll get into it. But yeah, man, go through, Wes.
Yeah.
When I say guap, you say daddy guap.
Daddy.
Guap.
Daddy.
The strong star rating, leg drop hating, big back rubbing, Chris Jericho loving, son of a gun. It's your boy Del Boy here.
Hey, you took my shine right there.
Trust me, hey, Sam, you gave Sam a breath. Sam was breathing, just jumped in, fam. I went for the kill, bro. Man, eliminate them quickly like Royal Rumble, fam.
Mr. Controversial, you know what I mean? Underdone. Many names. Viscera, top. Oh my God, top.
Wow.
And I see, you don't believe yourself. You don't believe what you're saying. That's why you
You don't
start.
trust himself still.
You don't believe what you're saying, fam. That's why you
The
start.
Lord tried to stop him.
Trust me. Angel Gabriel came to slide tackle you, fam. Good.
Nah, it's Mr. Controversial, Sam Blackz. Come on. Controversial Files is coming. Please. I've got a lot of stuff I've been doing, but no, I do want to talk about that. And mainly about Viscera. So, yeah.
Let's get into it.
Obviously, it's Young Laps, straight out the canteen.
No. You can't be the canteen still. It's the third week running, fam.
Hey, bro.
He's got residency.
I had my
residency.
promo written down. I had it written down, but I lost the paper. So we're back in the canteen. So straight out the canteen, obviously we'll get the promos done. It's Young Laps, straight on the pod.
Hilarious.
Cool.
And we got the special. Do you know, I need to give this guy a proper introduction, fam. Honestly, this guy is one of the most hard-working content creators out there. Like,
Legend.
Bro.
forget even being a wrestling content creator. This guy's one of the most hardworking content creators out there. Like, fam, something will come up. This guy, the video is already on the screen. Like, this guy edits so quick. Like, I don't know how this guy does it. But yeah, man.
I'm trying.
Mr. Mex, aka
Yeah,
WrestleManiac. Introduce yourself, bro.
My name's Mex. I'm a wrestling fan, a wrestling enthusiast, a WrestleManiac, if you will. And today I am on the WRESTHINGS podcast. Mama, I made it.
You've always made it. You've always made it. You've always made it. Always made it. Made it very quick, fam.
Hey, your t-shirt's cold.
Oh,
Nah, it's cold, fam. Is that the legit? That's the legit. Is that the legit?
Yeah,
one?
it's from the WWE store, a couple years old,
see.
but yeah.
I can see it's still looking fresh, fam.
My guy.
Looking fresh. All right, guys, where should we start, man? It's been obviously I wasn't here in the last podcast, but you man continue to get onto me about this whole golden age era, my like for golden age era, and I'm not liking it, fam. Like, you man to respect it. Like, you man were disrespecting Bushwhackers, Hillbilly Jim. Who else was there? They were disrespecting. There was a few man that were disrespecting in it, but you man, yeah, speak your shit, fam. Speak your shit. What you not saying now?
listen.
Hey, what happened to the smoke?
No, I'm
You were
talking
talking crap last time.
bro. I'm talking about you. You agreed, fam.
Me?
Sam as well, and Versi. Can't talk to me, fam.
Hey, man, I was not talking crud, you know.
You know what? I've really got nothing to say in it. I guess that's your style, innit? You like the golden era. I'm not even trying to deny the golden era. It was a very good time, but
Exactly. I think you
Man
got
said the bushwhackers, you know.
But yeah, man. Obviously, we had a few notes written up for today's podcast. First thing I want to talk about is, fam, what a debut for both Pat McAfee and Dominik Mysterio, man. Let's get into that, man. What do you guys think, man?
Bro, Pat McAfee, he needs to be a full-time wrestler. He can do it. He can go the full mile. His debut against Adam Cole was amazing, literally.
Yeah. I agree.
You know, they said they didn't rehearse that match.
Wow.
So he just...
NXT, obviously, because of, before when it used to be taped and that, they had time to rehearse matches, and often that's why the takeovers are so good. But yeah, they said that they didn't rehearse that match at all. They just discussed what we're going to do and just went for it.
oh,
That was brilliant.
Can't lie, he took me by surprise. Like, obviously, if you heard the last episodes in the podcast, like, I've got egg on my face now because obviously I not say doubted him, but I thought he would come in with reinforcements.
I doubted him.
I think probably everyone did online, innit? Not knowing this is what this guy was carrying. Do you get what I mean? Like, for many steps in the ring, he was oozing confidence. Even like, he just looked like a natural. He looked like he's been doing this for time. So it looked to the point. It's like to the point where if like someone that wasn't a wrestling fan came to watch that match, they would think this guy's been doing it for years. That's how mad it looked. Do you get what I mean? Like, he really done well there. Like, big up to him, man. And like, I just want to do a public apology. Like, I didn't think that you had it in you, but you shined. I think you've had, like, on a roll, he's got one of the best celebrity debuts I could put as. Like, no one else is touching him right now. Like, and
Bro,
it sets a standard now. Any sort of celebrity that comes on WWE right now has to do better than Pat McAfee.
100%. 100%. You know what? I actually think he's had the best celebrity match.
Yeah.
He's had the best one.
I would agree, yeah.
I agree. Because really and truly, what other celebrity matches have we had in WWE that you've enjoyed? Like, fully, other than this match? And I know, man, that if Delbo was in here, he'll probably say, oh, Lord, I know you liked the flipping Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman match. We're not talking about that one today. We ain't talking about that match today. Where is he? We ain't talking about that match today. Prior to that match,
I remember Stephen Amell had a match. Was it Arrow with Stardust? From years back.
He was actually good.
That was a tag match, wasn't it?
Tag match, yeah. Tag match. But Stephen Amell also fought at All Out. All In, a year after. All In, with Christopher Daniels. So he was, but I wasn't really invested in that one per se.
No, Pat McAfee put on
a show.
He put on a real show. I think from like an in-ring wrestling perspective, Dominik done better, wrestling. But Pat McAfee put on the better performance.
Yeah.
No, but Dominik, he's good, man.
Dominik is sick. Like,
You could tell he needs to get fitter though, but he's alright.
Yeah. I feel like, do you know what was funny? I didn't see any lack of fatigue. If I was honest, I didn't see it.
I could see Murphy. If you watch the match very carefully, Murphy and Seth really carried him. They did. They did carry him. Trust me. There's maneuvers where I'm seeing Murphy. So when Murphy's kind of doing the Irish whip on the ropes, kind of, you know, when Murphy kind of goes down.
Yeah.
And I could tell Dominic's feeling tired. I was like,
I can't lie. Running the ropes must be tiring though. But yeah, honestly,
that's
but
the thing.
It wasn't like he was completely wasted. No, but I saw the fatigue. It's okay. You're young. You're getting into the scene. It's cool.
Yeah, it's one of them ones where you do all the training and you train, and you think you're physically fit, but being fit for the actual occasion, like match fitness as a footballer, is way different from just getting your fitness back. Training, you see what I mean? So sharpness and things like that, it'll come.
And understand your own pace as well.
Exactly, yeah, it'll come.
You will.
Do you know what? Dominik did a decent job for his first debut match as well, because he must have been under all types of pressure, because he's Rey Mysterio's son. So that pressure there alone would have been mad, because people would have expected him to be like Rey Mysterio when he was young. You feel me? So he must have had a different kind of pressure, but I think he done a pretty good job on his debut.
He done a very good job, man. I was more like, if you watch the live stream, I was proper gas for him, like to see how, you know, like when he first came in the ring, he started doing his maneuvers. I was like, yeah, this guy, he means business. He's been waiting his whole life for this, pretty much ever since Eddie Guerrero tried to steal him away from his dad. Like he's been waiting for this his whole life, man. It's a moment for life. It's a moment. Trust me. I'm your papi. See, fam, he's been waiting his whole life for this. So like, it was sick. You get what I mean? I would love to see more of Dominik Mysterio. I'd love to see him on my screen every Monday or Friday, as you call it, or any pay-per-view. Like, not to say I own WWE. I sound like Vince McMahon. I sound like Vince right now. You're welcome whenever to come back. But yeah, like, I want to see more of him, man. He was amazing. It was nice to watch.
I want to see more improvement for him. I don't want to see him right now.
I think as time goes on, you'll definitely see that. Yeah,
I just want to see more development. I get what you mean in the whole storyline. It makes sense, but there's more development. I think WWE know that. They're not going to make him every Monday. But give it a couple of years, I'll see him. We'll see him on our TV screens properly.
You know what's crazy? It's possible. Just give him a couple of years, because remember, Drew McIntyre, he debuted in WWE at 23, 24, and he needed a couple of years to develop as well.
I think he's got obviously. Drew McIntyre, you know, he's come to America on his own. He's got to go through that. And he, like you said, he's still a young man. He's still growing. Obviously, Dominik has got his dad there, more or less, as a mentor. Yeah. Everyone loves and respects his dad. So Rey Mysterio is not only his mentor, everyone else around him is his mentor as well. So I think Dominik, it would be interesting to see more from him. There was actually an argument going on today online that he should go to NXT. What do you lot think about that? And go through the ranks.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he should go to NXT. I feel like him and his father should like go on to do other stuff. I feel like they can go on to become a tag team, and I feel like him going back to NXT might get him lost a bit, and he will just become. Do you know what I mean? Oh, that's Rey Mysterio's son. He wants to be as the guy that won the title with his. Do you know what I mean?
I can coming from. I can see how that makes sense, and I can see how that can become a complete catastrophe.
And I get, do you get what I mean? I get him going to NXT. It makes sense of him like working as well. But now we've been introduced to him as Dominik Mysterio, and him.
That's what I'm saying. The whole storyline of Dominik coming into WWE right now could be a very good angle for them to become tag team champions. Yes. Yeah. Father something. They've now become Seth Rollins, so it's like, okay, where do we go next? Let's make sense. Old. I feel like Dominik, no, you still need more lessons, man. You get tired in the ring, bro. It's not good enough. The 619 is not up to the levels of your dad's. Nah.
I think what he needs, if obviously it's not touring right now, it's just staying in one place. He could probably do with, the house show circuit, whether that's on the main roster or NXT, maybe even main event. He just needs matches and just to keep going and get that practice in against actual superstars and not, other kind of younger wrestlers that he might have fought in, gyms and stuff like that. Like, let him get used to fighting the people that he will be fighting week in, week out.
Exactly. And then that's how you create good matches.
Hi, this is the Superior Cypriot Theodoros, and you are listening to the WRESTHINGS podcast.
Because all these people you're seeing now, they've been fighting each other 10 years ago, fam. Everyone on that roster has had a match with them probably 5-10 years ago. And it's like, okay, what do we remember from that match? Nah. So I'm coming from. And that's why the matches of this era are probably one of the best matches, you know, in terms of in-ring performance. Not in terms of the whole storyline and how things can end, because it's probably the shittest. But I've never seen the wrestlers move like how they're moving in this era. It's crazy. From low ranking, what's his name now? Gulag. You know, I'm coming from doing all madness.
But then again, we could say like someone in the 90s could be saying the same thing for WCW, the cruiserweight division in WCW. If you watch the WCW matches back in the day, the whole cruiserweights, they used to do some mad shit.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, 100%.
Even ECW back in the day used to do some mad shit. So,
but what I'm trying to talk about is WWE now, this generation, everyone can wrestle a good match.
Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think everyone can wrestle a good match. I would say, wait, as in everyone can wrestle a match and you're like, yeah, that was sick. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Then.
So you're trying to tell me that not wrestle. That was unprovoked. That was unprovoked. I'm so sorry. So that was unprovoked. So you're telling me that... okay, the Braun Strowman match. When's the last time you enjoyed the Braun Strowman match? I hate to go on to my man, but...
Braun's alright though, cuz. You
okay, cool.
No, okay, as much as I give Braun Strowman slack, he has had decent matches in the past.
Okay, let's skip that. Okay, let me think of another wrestler. Everyone can wrestle in WWE, right? Okay, cool. When's the last time you actually sat down and watched a Tony Nese match?
Tony Nese is a good wrestler.
Okay.
No.
Look, Anarfi, I get what Anarfi's trying to say.
This is what I'm saying,
I think
though.
everyone has someone they've got at least very good chemistry with. I would say for Braun Strowman.
Is that what you're trying to say? Is that what you're trying to say? If you're trying to say, then I get that.
Reigns, for me, is Lesnar. You see that fatal four?
Nope, it's not Lesnar.
It's not Lesnar.
Lesnar don't rate him.
It's not Lesnar. It's Roman. It's definitely not Lesnar.
It's not Lesnar.
It's Roman.
But in the fatal four-way match, when it was him, Reigns, Joe, and Lesnar, Strowman was a force. Man was doing a madness. Listen, it was ridiculous. That's when I said, yeah, Strowman is hard. Please watch that match and just get back to me. I won't lie. Trust me, Strowman was an absolute beast.
I think that match's on the WWE YouTube right now, so you guys can go check that out.
Yeah, that's a perfect combination because that was just 4 powerhouses all in one ring. You've not had that for a while.
Wow.
I think it's down to chemistry. Then you see, but most people are like Tony Nese is good, but Tony Nese has never been given like a real storyline. I think the only storyline he really got given was when Buddy Murphy was cruiserweight champion, and then eventually he became number 1 contender and won it. Yeah. The minute they slapped the belt on Tony Nese, he was boring. He took it off him. Yeah. All right.
So that's my point. I feel like obviously, like you said, Mix, if Simon's saying everyone's got chemistry, then cool, I understand that. And I still feel like everyone hasn't got chemistry. But we'll get onto that. But if you're saying everyone has a good match, I disagree.
No, maybe he's saying in terms that everyone has that one or two wrestlers where if they were to pair them up, then
so that's the chemistry angle. That's the chemistry angle.
Yeah. So not everybody has it, because even some of the greats, like look at people like Chris Jericho and Stone Cold. They didn't have great matches together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People like Stone Cold and The Rock had amazing matches. Chris Jericho and The Rock had amazing matches. Stone Cold and Chris Jericho didn't have great matches. Chris Jericho and Triple H didn't really necessarily have great matches either. So, I mean, I think, it happens.
Hey, do you know what's weird? You saying that as that concept, what was you going to say?
No, so I might disagree on that, though. Jericho and Triple H, I think their match is all right.
Yeah.
I think
Chris Jericho didn't win any of them. And the one time he did win, when he was win the WWE title, they took the title off him. So for me, it's like there's never really been any like good like back and forth between them. Other people, there's always a back and forth, whereas with them, it just seemed to be a berry to Chris Jericho. So I wouldn't say their matches were great.
This is Jericho's boy talking, so we ain't gonna get a real confession, are we?
Were their matches good?
I mean, it's tight still. Decent. It's decent.
I was gonna say, you've actually put something to like you not to say you gave me an idea, but when you said obviously there's wrestlers that had chemistry and stuff, I feel like one wrestler I can name that has chemistry. That's whenever he's wrestled someone or wrestled with someone, he's always had chemistry with them, and like that guy is The Rock. Am I lying on that?
Yeah.
The Rock has chemistry with every single wrestler he steps in the ring with. I've never actually seen, because even when like if we go back into when he was Mick Foley and The Rock versus Evolution, I thought the match would go left. Do you know what I mean? Because I was thinking, The Rock's gonna fight Randy Orton and Batista, fam. How's that gonna look? I can see The Rock beating up Ric Flair and doing all these things to Ric Flair, but Batista and Randy Orton, that's a whole different sort of. They're new guys, fam. You can't come and like bring your old moves here and that. But,
I think I know why though.
What? Go and talk to me.
And it's not a knock on The Rock, but The Rock's wrestling style, maybe somewhat like John Cena's as well, is very kind of performative.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need to overly wrestle to have chemistry with people. It's everything he does. It's the way he carries himself, which just kind of goes naturally. He kind of knows how to fit himself in and where he stands in these matches. I feel that's probably what makes the chemistry seamless in that sense.
Yeah. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. So
all the guys run up in the ring, punch you up, spit his hand, punch out the ring. The whole crowd's going mad.
Yeah, do you know The Rock is basically a grime MC in a grime set. He has that one reload bar. He steps in the ring, he goes the mic, done.
You're done.
Reload.
The thing is, with The Rock, I feel like with The Rock, he genuinely wants there to be a story to be told. He genuinely wants it to be a good match. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with other people, not to knock them, but
knock them.
No, but in a sense, with a lot of the wrestlers, they just want to put themselves over as opposed to like both of them looking good. Which in a sense, I kind of get. You know what I'm saying? Like you've built yourself to this point where you can pick and choose who you want to have over you and who you don't want to have over you. But I don't think I've ever heard a story about The Rock not wanting to put people over. Like The Rock didn't have to put Brock Lesnar over, but he said, you know what, I'm leaving, and if there's anyone that's going to be the face of this company while I'm gone. There's no Stone Cold. Triple H was still in the company at the time, but obviously he was in another feud. We need someone new and someone fresh to be the face. Why not? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Stone Cold never would have put Brock Lesnar over, and if he did, it would have taken. I mean, in the same respect, Stone Cold wanted there to be a build, and The Rock got the build he wanted. So, I mean, I don't know.
The Rock. Reason why I rate The Rock was because he said that when he comes to wrestle people, he always wants to put them over. Somehow he tries to find a way to put attention onto them so that they can get over as well, so that all the attention isn't on him.
Look at the feud of the Hurricane.
Yeah, that was sick.
Exactly.
That was a sick feud.
That was sick, yeah.
It was a sick feud. It didn't have to happen. The Rock didn't have to do that, but that put the Hurricane in a different stratosphere. So, I mean, chemistry. I think, The Rock's chemistry with everyone. He just wants to see everyone win. You know what I'm saying? He's a team player.
Yeah.
Unlike Triple H.
I was just going to say, going back to them man that we're talking about, Pat McAfee and Dominik Mysterio.
No, this guy's missed out on a lot on this, so I know this guy's got a lot to say about Pat McAfee. This guy has officially signed up to the Pat McAfee.
Do you need to apologize?
Stan Club.
You need to apologize.
What did I do when this guy was gone?
He did still.
Okay, I'm here now, so do it.
Is that right? Hey, listen.
I'm here now, so do it.
This is my apology anyway. Like I think I've signed up to the Pat McAfee fan club, innit? Like I've signed the questionnaire. The t-shirt's coming soon. Like, bro, I'm here. I'm invested, isn't it? Is that you on here?
No,
that's all I wanted to hear. Because when I was saying that they're gonna have a good match, people were like, "Oh no, he's gonna have interference." I'm like, bro, trust me, this nigga's an athlete. He is going to. I mean, he blew me out of the water. Like I knew it was gonna be good, but I didn't think it would be that good. And boy, for a celeb, he's definitely number one. Like I don't think.
Yeah, we said that. Yeah,
I can't think of any celeb that's had a better match than that.
I need to watch that match now, man.
I thought, nothing's up. Let me get things straight. Yeah, let me get things straight. Whenever it comes to wrestlers, celebrities jumping into wrestling, I feel like a lot of people mention Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson did not fight a match. He didn't fight. He came in the ring and gave Shawn Michaels one uppercut, and that was it done.
That nigga was yaks, fam.
Do you get what I mean, fam? Stop adding Mike Tyson to your matches unless he fights Chris Jericho at one pay-per-view or something. But now stop adding Mike Tyson, please. There you go, Sam.
He punched out Chris Jericho as well.
But that's not a match. He just punches people. Fam,
he just punches people.
I want to see Mike Tyson do Canadian Destroyer. Then I'll believe it. Then we can talk about that.
celebrity before this Pat McAfee. I need to watch him. But Ronda was the only one I liked.
No, but I can't talk to Ronda because Ronda came in as a WWE superstar.
Yeah, she'd signed.
She'd already signed. And she was so I can't really say. Do you get what I mean? And people try to say Mayweather as well. Hey, nah, man.
Mayweather match was ass.
That was ass, son.
That was just ass, man.
That was ass, son. But,
what about Tyson Fury and Anarfi?
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Man, threw you under the bus.
I'm so sorry. Tyson Fury is my guy, though. Number one heavyweight in the world.
Listen.
I was gonna say different.
I think every single episode I get trolled for this, bro. Like, leave it out, please, Manda. Please leave me.
Bill didn't mention this. I was like, no, you know what? I have to.
Leave me.
Because I kept bringing it up in the live stream, innit? And I felt bad, so I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna say it today. But I'm glad you said it because
the Tyson Fury thing is enough now, man. But yeah, Tyson Fury obviously done his thing, innit? Like, big up him. But obviously, Pat McAfee's now set the standard, and whoever comes back, whoever's come to WWE, whether it's Logan Paul, KSI if he wants to come to wrestling one day. Who else is there? Who can I think of? LeBron James if he wants to come wrestling. That's the standard you must hit.
Conor McGregor.
I mean, Conor McGregor. That's the standard you must hit if you're coming to WWE. I don't want to see
you come to WWE. He'll be promo king. I don't think he'll be
Conor McGregor. Hey, facts.
Oh my
God.
And Dan Cormier, if Dan Cormier comes as well, he needs to hit that standard. That's it.
Yo, this is off topic, but if KSI and Logan Paul come to WWE, I want them to be fed to Brock Lesnar.
And I don't do that, man. That's deep. Don't do that.
Don't
do that. I can't lie. One suplex.
I don't think Lesnar will have any interest fighting them.
Yeah,
I don't think he cares about that.
Yeah,
but in the same breath, I feel like if they were to like come into WWE and have a match, I feel like they'd put their all in it.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like with the right training, I think we get Kenny Omega versus Okada if we needed to, fam. That man will give us a bond.
I can't lie. All thing needs to do, yeah. All KSI and Logan Paul needs to do, yeah, is actually get a sick training coach. To get someone like Lance Storm or what's this guy Finley to train them, bro, they'll be sick.
Bro, you know.
I mean, what's the other guy that? What?
Funny enough, KSI he goes to a training place. It's associated with Progress Wrestling, where they train the wrestlers up before they go to Progress. That's where KSI goes.
I swear.
Yeah,
it's not Monster Factory, is it?
No, it's called Knuckle something. I can't remember, but it's associated with Progress.
Well, I'm not too sure.
So KSI on the side, in the dark, in the background, he's been training to become a professional wrestler.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think just in regards to these man's matches again, I think massive props need to go out to Adam Cole and Seth Rollins because handling newbies as well. Like that's the company obviously rates you so highly to put these man's first matches like in your hands, innit? Like, and obviously there's a certain amount of coaching they would have had to do to coach them through the match, as Blackz was saying earlier. Yeah, Murphy as well. That was ringside and that. So yeah, definitely. Like, I know everyone's kind of celebrating how well these other men have done, but we can't forget the pros that were there carrying them to a certain extent throughout the match.
You know what? Seth Rollins is probably one of the greatest in-ring performers. So I can't lie.
Today, 100%.
Today, yeah. Facts. Today.
Unbelievable.
Today, yeah. Facts. Mandem, what else happened?
Don't get at me. Sorry to even cut you off here. Oh, I'm scared to say this because I might be wrong. He might be better than AJ right now.
Who? Seth?
Yeah.
I agree.
You're not wrong. I feel like Seth is more. No offense to AJ right now, but Seth is more interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Rather than AJ. Do you guys agree?
I think last year when Seth won the Rumble last year, and then he went into WrestleMania, right?
No, yeah. I think Seth won the Rumble.
It was last year.
He faced, I think 2019. I think he won the Rumble, and then he faced Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. But last year, even when he done that gauntlet match on Raw, last year was definitely Seth Rollins' year.
Seth Rollins was fighting
100%. He was firing on all cylinders last year.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. he is still on top of his game. But I think obviously right now, where he's doing this Messiah thing, he's not kind of just focusing on wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas last year, he was clearly on a mission to prove he is the best wrestler. Like,
yeah. That's true. That's true. I feel like this year he's trying to improve his like gimmick and not gimmick, but his personality and what he's about and stuff. And it's slightly winning me over. When he first came in this Monday Night Messiah, I was like, "This is dead, man. What the hell is this guy doing?" But now I'm interested. Whenever he comes in,
like the entrance music,
the entrance music as well. The entrance music alone is sick.
Bailey's entrance music is
cold. Yeah.
Cold.
Bailey?
Oh my days, Bailey come a long way.
Hey, are we? Look, listen. Bailey has really reinvented herself in this pandemic era, fam. Honestly,
Bailey's brilliant.
She's sick. She's really changed herself, bro. Like, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling her right now, fam. She's on fire.
I can't even lie.
Are we talking about the same Bailey, the hugger Bailey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. No, I've seen her character development. I prefer this Bailey so much more than the
Bailey we've had. No, that's what we're talking about. This Bailey right now, the pandemic.
But NXT Bailey was untouchable. Like literally, I thought they were gonna make her the female John Cena.
This Bailey is unstoppable.
But this Bailey, you know why? Because this Bailey is more to our liking. But NXT Bailey, when there was like a lot more young people in the crowd and stuff like that, and obviously NXT is a very tight knit kind of unit anyway. Like, no one could chat to Bailey on NXT. When she brought that gimmick to the main roster, no one was really feeling it and stuff like that.
I disagree. Because you had obviously the 4 horsewomen. You had Charlotte, she was just running things. You also had Sasha. You had these other people as well. Not saying Bailey wasn't
when they left, innit? When they left.
But this Bailey right now, I don't even hear Charlotte Flair. Where is she?
Oh, she's out. She went and got her breast done or something like that.
Yeah, I'm coming from. Obviously, Becky's got than that. But I think Bailey would be a threat for anyone right now. For me, anyway, the whole character, the gimmick, she's even become more aggressive in the ring. I'm thinking, like you're actually doing your thing. I think Sasha's helping her out a lot as well, though. She's herself.
Sasha's added. Obviously, we know Sasha does her best work as a heel, and that side of Sasha has added a lot of credibility to what Bailey is doing as well. Sort of thing. But I think, I don't know, I hope they don't just can them. The minute that Charlotte comes back, I hope they don't just can whatever Bailey and Sasha have been doing, all the hard work they've been putting in.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Charlotte's going to have to work hard. Like, she's going to have to jump. Do you know when you jump on the motorway and there's 3 lanes, she has to go straight on the fast lane, fam. Because, everyone right now has literally earned their spot. Earned their spot.
The problem with WWE is they will help her get to
the fast lane. Exactly, fam. Cool. I was gonna jump back on the SummerSlam thing. We'll talk about Roman Reigns and blah blah. Not Roman Reigns, but Drew and Randy. But before we talk about that, what a surprise WWE had for us, man. Roman Reigns coming back. Like, me personally, I was gassed, and I remember on the stream, everyone's stream was late. So I've seen it first, and I was like, Roman Reigns. And I think a few man thought I was lying, and a few of the man thought, oh, bro, he spoiled it for us. But fam, what a return, fam. Do you get what I mean? Like, even I saw the screens around the ring. I see people getting gassed.
Yeah.
I see the people yes. Like, I'm highly invested, fam.
I'm invested, but I didn't like it.
Why?
Why make the Phoenix so weak?
No.
Okay.
No. Let me tell you something. The Fiend has lost his like.
No, stop it.
No, let me speak.
Right,
I'm sorry. And it's not his fault. It's the way he's been booked. Bro, from when he lost against Goldberg, like I don't feel he hasn't got the same thing on it. Like do you know what I mean? It's not
in this era. In this era, I think in any sport you can have an exception for that character to have that fortunate loss, and we kind of understand.
No, but it would have made sense if you
gimmick cannot die. That still cannot die. Sorry, that still cannot die because I have never seen a character been hit full-fledged with a sledgehammer with chairs and get back up, bruv. That's what Seth did,
and that's the problem, bro.
That day, I've said, bruv, the Fiend is still undefeated. But the thing that pissed me off is why did they make him look so weak against Roman? But that's so jarring, bruv. Let him come back up, and then Roman. You know what I mean? Like when Roman comes back up and he says,
"Yeah." Well, that's
They look up and then disappear. Like, do that at least. Like, don't mock it.
Bro, Sam, I agree with you 100%. But
I think that's the reason.
Say
Nah, go on, bro.
So I was gonna say the problem is here, bro. Like that match he had with Seth Rollins, and this guy was not selling one thing. Even if they bored him up, even if they shanked him, he won't sell it. That was the point for me. I was like, fam, this guy is here to do a madness.
That's why they should have kept it.
I was invested. They should have kept his that. Thank you, mate. They should have kept his that. From when then he lost against, then he won the title. I was invested again. I even celebrated in the studio. Cool. Yeah. He then went to go lose against Undertaker. He then went to go lose against Goldberg. And I was like, fam, like, what the hell is going on, fam? And it would have made sense if he lost as Bray Wyatt, as he lost as his normal person. But, bro, he lost as The Fiend. The Fiend is meant to be the guy that you can't, he's not human. You can't physically beat this guy because this guy won't sell your, like, he's Mr. No Sell. Do you know what I mean? He's lost the title, he's lost the match now, and then they've now tried to reinvent him, like, and make him fight Braun Strowman. And even when he does fight Braun Strowman, he's getting mullered. Not mullered, but he's getting damage inflicted on him.
It's even, yeah.
It's an even match. It shouldn't be like that, fam. Now, if the Roman Reigns comes back, Roman Reigns spears him. It doesn't help his character, fam. Do you get what I mean? But I'm invested in Roman. Like, I'm invested in Roman coming back. But the Fiend himself, he's going through a madness right now, fam. Do you get what I mean?
I think that's what it is for me.
What we're seeing. I feel like what we're seeing is a Bray Wyatt part 2, but this time with the Fiend, because WWE is just not booking him right. Like, I understand they wanted to make Roman Reigns look strong, which they did, but at the expense of the Fiend, man. Spear Braun Strowman twice, not the Fiend. You know what I'm saying?
And man, I don't know if it's only me, but I felt like when Roman Reigns come back, I automatically forgot that was the Fiend getting speared. I even forgot that the Fiend was in that match. Do you get what I mean?
Did you think it was Bray Wyatt?
No, as in like I didn't like when he got speared. It just felt like I didn't really care who got speared. Do you get what I mean? It wasn't like a shock when man got speared.
Just anyone had to get it.
Yeah, anyone had to get it. And no, if Bray Wyatt's character was works properly, and he got speared, like I would be shocked. Do you get what I mean? Because like, fam, he actually got speared. But now it's like man's getting speared. I don't really care about my man no more. Do you get what I mean? It's like, okay, what's next? What's next, fam? But yeah, what do you guys think of that match in general?
I thought the match was the weakest match on SummerSlam. Not that it was a bad match. It was probably just the weakest of the bunch. Yeah. Obviously, the ending is the main talking point. Braun Strowman, he's tried to carry the blue brand, the Universal Championship during this time. Hasn't really worked out, especially in the earlier days. I think once they got Bray involved as his, the challenger over the last couple months, the last couple of pay-per-views, it has helped Braun, and maybe that's because Bray's someone, he's worked with before, he's got that relationship, and obviously Bray has carried it to some extent. They've done the right thing in taking the belt off Braun, but even still, I was thinking, well, they've just kind of added some dimension to Braun's character. He shaved his head. He's now like some monster that's come out of this swamp. Maybe they could manage this in a different way without taking the belt off him, especially if they knew that Roman was coming soon, because I would rather have Roman defeat Strowman for the belt than defeat the Fiend. Again, with Roman coming out, brilliant to see him back. I was gassed as everyone else, didn't care who he speared, sort of thing. But then afterwards, I was thinking that, well, he speared the Fiend twice. He speared him, got out of the ring, dealt with Strowman, got back in, speared him again. And everyone, when they see the Fiend, it's fear. Like, they can't believe what they're seeing, sort of thing. Yeah. And Roman just didn't sell that. Like, he just didn't look worried at all. Like, he just looked like he was a regular guy. Took the belt. Man was saying that you're just a freak in a face mask. You can't deal with the responsibility of this. And I love the smack talk. I absolutely love it. But to the Fiend is the wrong person to do it. Like, at the end of the day, even if it wasn't the Fiend, this is a champion, innit? Like, I do have a slight problem with the minute someone is crowned as a champion, and not even just retaining, but crowned as a new champion, you're kind of burying them straight away. Like, it doesn't set a good precedence for what you want to do with them down the line, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and there's already rumors that, he's about to drop the title this weekend at Payback to Roman.
Oh my gosh.
That's annoying.
It's a madness. Like,
okay,
in
that case, I feel like this how, like, if I were to book it myself, I would have let Braun keep the title, and it would have made sense for Braun and Reigns to clash, rather than it be Roman Reigns and the Fiend to clash. Because now, if the Fiend loses on Sunday, it's like, bro, it's a waste of time. Like, you've wasted, unless it's a plan that. Yo, it's Anarfi here, and you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast by the man them, for the man them, blah, blah, blah. What's his name? That the Fiend has had with Braun to, like, push his character even more, because I feel like as the Fiend and the Braun have been going head to head and stuff, like, I've been more invested in the Braun himself. Do you know what I mean? Braun has really, like, become a better character, and more, like, personality wise, and I'm not sure if in ring he's always had the same thing, but more personality wise, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So it's for me, it's a madness. Like for where, like, for me, even when the Fiend was introduced, bro, like, everyone was shook. Like, the Fiend should be do you know what I mean? The new face of scariness in WWE. We've lost Undertaker. Undertaker's gone. Kane is a mayor somewhere.
He's a mayor.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we need a new scary, bro. And I even thought when I first saw Aleister Black, I thought Aleister Black was gonna be that. Do you know what I mean? Unfortunately, he's not that.
Right now,
mismanaged.
Say again?
Gone a bit rogue right now.
He has. He's got one eye now. He's got, like, the eye patch, innit?
His head off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he could be an assassin soon.
It could be.
I would like to use an angle there, like an assassin, just taking out their man.
Yeah.
So that's just me just going off.
Now, it could be not. I'm with that as well, bro.
I think that's what they want his character style to be more like. Because I'm not gonna lie, with the whole suit thing, I feel like WWE is getting inspiration from the game Hitman.
Yeah.
Because I kind of see similar character traits from that game and in WWE with regards to Seth Rollins and now Aleister Black.
If there was anyone that was Hitman in WWE, it was Karrion Kross.
Yeah. But what is?
100%,
I wanted to ask this question. Yeah, I'm stuck. Like, what is Karrion Kross's gimmick? What is he like? What's he meant to be right now? Because I thought he was on this devil worshipper thing, but he's not clearly that. What is he?
No.
What is it?
I don't know.
There is an element of assassin to his character, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm not too sure. I don't think it's really clear. It's always just this Doomsday's coming.
Doomsday's coming after fire and that. And I'm like, fam, is this guy going to bring some sort of, like, I don't know, some devil shit ring? Like, I don't know.
I don't know how to describe his character. I think it is on the lines of Hitman as well, but like proper Hitman. But when he talks about Doomsday and all that, he's like a super villain, man. He's just a big super villain, and he's just taking everyone out.
Yeah.
I think just going back to the Fiend and that, I think from off the back of what Anarfi was saying, I think that the Fiend should probably be someone that we only see at, like, the big 4 pay-per-views.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be overexposed. It should be Bray Wyatt's, little ace up his sleeve, where if Bray Wyatt's struggling, can't win a match, then it's like, I'm almost threatening you, I'm going to bring out the Fiend sort of thing. Like, it shouldn't be someone that's and then when he's no selling things, because we're not seeing him that often, it makes sense. Like, I don't understand how he basically no-sold a sledgehammer to the head from Seth Rollins, and now he's just getting speared and punched to the left, right, and centre. Make it make sense.
I've deeped it. The Fiend's kryptonite is a spear. Anyone he fights with a spear, he loses. Stop putting him against people that have the spear as a finisher, fam. Stop it, WWE. I've not deeped it.
Hey, that makes sense.
Fam, please. The spirit of Goldberg, I bind you. You know what I mean, fam? Anyone that's got the spear, it's not happening, fam. You get what I mean? Like, man's done, fam.
That's the thing. A lot of people didn't like that ending of that Hell in a Cell match, but I thought it was absolutely perfect. Like, nothing else was working. Man took a sledgehammer under a ladder, under a toolbox to try and take off man's head. He still got up after that. Like, that's the level of storytelling where the Fiend needs to be and needs to be protected. Putting him in a match against Goldberg, like you said, if they had to do it, it should have been Bray Wyatt that showed up with the Universal title.
Yeah.
And then he could have lost it, but not the Fiend, man. Like, absolutely not.
What I was gonna say to you before you said that. I don't know. I forgot. It's getting off my head, but yeah, it's true. Like the Fiend,
you know what?
Heavily protected, man. He should follow the guy. Sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like he should follow the Undertaker's manual. You got what I mean? Because Undertaker is when Undertaker first came in the ring, he was very like protected. Do you got what I mean? Like man didn't even speak on the mic. The only thing he did say on the mic was rest in peace. Done. It's done. Do you got what I mean? And I feel like Bray Wyatt should be the Fiend's spokesman. The Fiend should never speak. The Fiend should never do nothing unless Bray Wyatt wants him to. Do you got what I mean? And it could I'm not saying Bray Wyatt needs a manager. I'm not saying the Fiend needs a manager, but like they should have followed Undertaker's manual, man. He had it there. Undertaker has it there. Undertaker never used to stop. You hit Undertaker after like 1 second, man, sat up. Do you know what I mean? Give that to the Fiend. Do you know what I mean?
I think I trust Bray Wyatt, like, to know how to manage his character in it. Like, Bray Wyatt is clearly a very creative person, but I guess it's what WWE want at the end of the day. Like, for me, even I think it was WrestleMania 31 when Bray Wyatt took on Undertaker. That should have probably been the passing of the torch right there and then. Like, there's no need for us to even be, even from that, I'm sure Bray probably had this Fiend's character in his head, or whatever the iteration would have been how many years ago. Bray Wyatt could have like almost beaten the Undertaker at WrestleMania for the streak, and then evolved into this Fiend character, like, because they're all living this supernatural life. We know it's not real, but if they're gonna tell that story, then we could have gone that way, like. But he's managed to recreate this Fiend character, recreate himself. Had a brilliant first 6-7 months of it. And now, then Goldberg happened, and that's why we're all here. We're all here doubting ourselves just because of one match against Goldberg.
Trust me, Mr. Spear.
You know what it is? What my worst fear is for Payback is that Roman's gonna win the title, and now they're gonna have the Fiend chasing Roman for the title, and Braun Strowman's just gonna be left in the dust. I kind of feel like Braun and the Fiend, they haven't even finished their storyline yet. Like, what's happening with Alexa Bliss? Like, they can go a bit more in depth with that story. I feel like they've not gone in enough. They've just thrown Roman Reigns into the picture now for no reason, and it's kind of ruins that storyline between the Fiend and Braun.
They said that Alexa Bliss. Sorry, they said that they're saying that Alexa Bliss was meant to be the surprise before they knew Roman was coming back during the week. But Alexa Bliss was meant to be the surprise at the end of that match or whatever.
Wow.
Sister Abigail, she's right there, bro, and they're not using that.
I think what they're probably gonna do to get out of it, or what they could do, is Strowman aligns with the Fiend in the match, and maybe when Roman is gonna put the final pin, Strowman kind of pledges his allegiance to the Fiend or something. I don't think they're as silly as to slap this title on Roman.
No, it's too quick.
On Sunday. That's the thing. I can't trust them because it's WWE. But I don't think they,
Vince. Let's put him back at the top. Quick.
That's some good shit.
They will do it.
Also, another thing as well, bro. Where the hell was the Retribution on SummerSlam?
Like that.
Where were they?
I don't want to see they were MIA.
They came on Monday though. They were there Monday. But they want, fam, what the hell is going on, fam?
Bruv, I'm just hoping this Payback Sunday is called, the pay-per-view, is called Payback, which is another word for Retribution. Let them just reveal themselves and let them, we just know what's going on here. Like, it needs to end this weekend.
This week, done. It's done. Cool. Because I want to talk about AEW. I feel like some sick stuff happening on AEW. But before we go on that, let's talk about Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. Great match, amazing match. The finish lost me, man. I wasn't feeling the finish one bit. I remember it just being flat. Do you remember the finish?
It was a backslide.
Yeah.
I think he done a claymore and then backslide pin.
Yeah. I wasn't feeling the finish. I feel like he could have finished better, but overall, Drew is really proving himself to be a great champion right now. I don't know, how do you lot find it?
I think they had a brilliant match, Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. Like, I'm like you, I'm not really too keen on that finish, but overall, there was some good storytelling within that match. So I would definitely give that a solid 7.5 out of 10. But just that finish put me off. I would have rather had a Claymore finish.
Yeah.
Or even Drew doing like RKO if it's possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think they finished like that to just one, protect Randy, so it's not like a definitive pin, and then to kind of leave the door semi-open for a rematch. Yeah, because it wasn't a definitive pin sort of thing. Yeah. But yeah, the match was solid. I mean, the only reason now we all know, we were wondering why. I remember on the stream we were wondering why they didn't go on last, but of course they plan to bring back Roman. That's why. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, that was the co-main event. It was a great match.
Yeah.
I said, I think from my perspective, I feel like that match was epic. Definitely a 7 out of 10. McIntyre's champion. I've already said it. I've already said it from the beginning of this podcast. McIntyre was born to become a champion. Well, not born to become a champion, but he's worked very hard to get himself on stage. So when you're seeing him do certain things, you're seeing the development of his character. So now you're thinking to yourself, yeah, he does deserve it. So I'm not really complaining in it. All I want now is for McIntyre to get appreciated by the crowd. Yeah. I don't want your first reign to now be because of COVID. You know where I'm coming from? Like, everyone will. It won't be forgotten, but it's like. The possibility.
That watered down kind of.
Of how would a crowd react? Because a lot of the crowd nowadays, they don't like suck-ups.
Yeah.
McIntyre's becoming a bit of a suck-up now as a champion.
How do you, as in, like, you feel like he...
Goody. I don't know, man. He sounds a bit too goody.
So you wanted to be a heel?
I don't mind it. Like, he's still talking crap, like, I'll smack your whole face in. Yeah, I know that. But it's still like all the people, and I'm seeing a lot more interviews from you. Okay, fair enough. That's what I'm saying. So it's, but I feel like if the crowd were around, I don't think we'll be getting the reception that people be thinking. I don't think we'll be getting cheered like that. No. I
disagree, bro.
I think he will.
I think he will. Especially when you hear his music, bro. Everyone's getting mad. You hear that was, is it the Scottish
bagpipes?
Everyone's losing their shit. Do you get what I mean?
Scottish psychopath, Do you get what I mean? I believe the crowd will be cheering for McIntyre.
Facts.
You need to remember the title was on Lesnar, a guy we saw twice a year.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it's on
McIntyre. Even listen to the standing ovation you got when he won the Royal Rumble, bro. That alone tells you. You know what I mean? People want this for him. So yeah, man.
Yeah, I definitely think that Drew and Randy Orton, I remember saying on the stream, once they were both in the ring facing off before the match kicked off, I was thinking, bro, these are like two WWE kind of made guys. Look at the look of them. Like, these lot look like exactly how you would expect a wrestler to look, a champion to look like. And to the point, the story was so well told to that point, I don't think anyone cared who won the match, sort of thing. Like, people might have wanted Randy to win, people might have wanted Drew to retain, but at the end of the day, the end result was kind of whatever. Let's just see who wins, sort of thing, because it was such a well told story. But I still do think Randy Orton is gonna. I can't think anyone else. I assume Randy Orton's gonna pick it up before Drew gets it back in front of a crowd. I think they're definitely setting that up to give Drew that pop in front of a crowd whenever that is going to be.
Facts. I just want to say, big up WWE, man. Once again, you really put on a good show for the first time in a very long time. It felt like I was actually watching a pay-per-view. I don't know about you guys, but I felt that. It felt like a pay-per-view. It felt like pay-per-view settings. And I think that's more because of the Thunderdome and stuff. And yeah, big up them. Also, guys, you may have seen Delboy jump in and out of this podcast today. Unfortunately, the internet's down in this area. This is the realities of Zoom right now. If your internet's not good, you can't, it's hard for you to come on Zoom. But big up Delboy. He'll obviously be in the next session, and hopefully we can actually go and do like an actual podcast in the studio next time. So, yeah, man, Delboy, our thoughts are with you right now on your internet, but it's all love, man. It's all love, bro. It's all love, bro.
Back there somehow.
Trust me, fam. Cool. So I think it's now time for AEW, man. There's one match in particular I want to like actually talk about. So that's the Brody Lee and Cody Rhodes match. Cody match, sorry. So, Mandem, what did you lot think of that match? Did you lot watch it? Were you happy with it? Were you excited? Did you feel the pain?
I watched it. I enjoyed it. I was shocked to see the squash, like literally like after 5 minutes.
I saw it, yeah.
He got battered. Like
this was unexpected. But I think on the past couple of weeks where he's been doing his open challenge, the commentators have been selling that, you know, this guy manages the company, he's an executive, and he's wrestling and defending his title every week. He's getting tired. It's a lot on his body. They've been selling that. They've been telling that story. Cool. He got squashed by Brody in 5 minutes. Brody Lee's new champion. Brilliant. My only issue is, if you've been selling that story, why didn't the Scorpio Sky match the week before, why wasn't Scorpio Sky closer to beating Cody than he was?
Yeah.
Like, Scorpio Sky should have come a lot closer, more near falls, taken him to a limit. Maybe the match should have even ended with, like, no winner, like a time limit draw, because they do that over there. Like, just to show that maybe Scorpio Sky, to keep him strong, because Scorpio Sky's been on an undefeated run.
Yeah, in AEW.
In AEW, yeah. So keep him strong by just making the match end 20 minutes, the match is gone. Sorry, you didn't win. And then the following week, he can get squashed because he's absolutely tired and everything, like you're saying. You see what I mean? I just think it didn't do Scorpio Sky any good service by him losing and then getting beaten 5 minutes by Brody Lee the week after.
Yeah.
That's smart when you think about it, when you put it like that. Like, obviously, I didn't. Only thing I saw from the whole Scorpio Sky and the Cody match was obviously the promo that he cut in AEW Dark. And I think Darby said last time was talking about, it's like that promo should have been on the actual AEW main show, AEW Dynamite. And I agree with that 100%. A lot of people need to see that promo. He said some good stuff that a lot of people should have heard. It's true. I feel like Scorpio Sky should have been closer to winning that match, or like, you know, giving that a good, you know what I mean, a proper solid 20-minute match. But I feel like
Cody should have cheated to win.
Cheat to win, exactly. But I think AEW, they want to get the big guys looking big, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? So that's why they've now given them the title and stuff. And hopefully from this, but I think from this they're gonna probably give us matches like Lance Archer versus Brody Lee and all these other big guys versus this guy, and it's gonna be a big guy fest. I think that's what they're trying to get. So hopefully Scorpio Sky does come back in the championship picture or something like that. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I think that's what AEW are trying to head into. Yeah. If I'm honest, that's the only thing I did watch from AEW. Did you guys see anything else that really stuck out for you?
What's going on, people? It's your boy, Big Wavy Roy Johnson, and you're listening to WRESTHINGS.
With regards to that AEW match, Brody Lee's character development, I love it. I love the character Brody Lee, the Dark Circle. Is it the Dark Circle? Dark Order, that's it. I like it. He has his own stable, just his whole character. Compared to how he was in WWE, I'm invested in this guy. And I'm glad he won the TNT title, because now it's just adding more credentials to his character. It makes him more like a threat now.
Yeah.
And shout out to Cody, because like we know he put him over. So like Cody doesn't really need a title, you know what I'm saying? Whereas Brody Lee, it enhances his power within AEW. So I'm glad that Cody kind of lost that match to Brody.
Yeah.
This has gone to a certain measure of kind of correcting a misstep that they done with Brody. Like, soon after Brody came in, he was given a world title shot with John Moxley. And it's like, he was never going to win it. Not that he's not believable to win it, he definitely is, but it was just too soon after Moxley had even become champion.
Yeah.
So to lose so soon, like after your debut as the leader of like this cult as well, like, it wasn't really a good move in my opinion. I think to be honest, there might not have been the original plan, but that's when, you know, lockdown had just started and they started filming behind closed doors. So maybe that altered some of the plans. But definitely, this has gone a long way to kind of building him back up. And I think sooner or later, whenever he loses it, they've got to put Brody in the world title picture. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
This guy has a lot to offer that we haven't even seen yet. I'm sure of it. So they've really got to push him at the highest level. And I think, honestly, I think Moxley's running out of challengers.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Facts.
100%. I feel like with Brody Lee in his current position, they're gonna make him dominate that division with the TNT title, because I feel like they're gonna experiment with him with that title to see what it will be like if he was world champion. So he's gonna run through. All I'm saying is he's with that title to the end of the year. He's gonna run through everybody with it, and then he'll.
Oh, I think he's cut out.
He lose laps.
Yeah, he lost laps as well, man. Hey, my thoughts go out to Laps' internet and him. He should be back shortly. But I think, going back on the Brody Lee thing, Moxley thing, you're right. I feel like he is running out of guys to fight and guys to defend his title too, but I don't know what is next. I can't imagine what is next for him. Do you have any thoughts on?
But that's the problem. I don't think AEW have built up their main event scene. Like, there's main eventers, the likes of Kenny Omega, which is an obvious name. Yeah. He's a tag team champion. Like, what are you doing over there? When AEW is the land of tag teams, they've got more than enough tag teams. Like, why is Hangman Page and Kenny Omega, two credible people that could be in the main event scene there? Lance Archer, he arrived ever since he lost in the TNT final. He ain't done nothing of real note on TV. Brody Lee, we mentioned, had his chance, lost. Now he looks like he's, got a good position again. Cody is apparently banned from ever challenging for the AEW World title.
Yeah.
Match with Jericho.
Yeah.
I guess Jericho's there, but Jericho's putting over younger talent like he probably should be. Like, who is in this world title picture? Like,
bro, the AEW is a shambles, man. I don't watch it, man. Absolute shambles.
Hey, I heard the last podcast, man said that the AEW don't know how to write good stories and stuff. Hey, talk your shit, man.
So it's a shambles. I told you already. From when I'm seeing this judge nonsense, not even judge, sorry, fragrance. When I'm seeing the wrong phrase, but when I'm seeing all this nonsense of just people running around, and then I'm seeing Orange Cassidy, I love him. But when I'm seeing all this, things are just not making sense for me, bro. I just think like everyone's just doing Canadian Destroyers and all this madness. Brody Lee is a wrestler, so I give him his ratings. And I'm very happy that Cameron went there, by the way, Ariane Andrew, But she's very hot. But besides that, I don't care for AEW, bro. I told you, WWE will. That one will never die. You see McDonald's? That one will never die. WWE will never die.
I think what we need to remember with AEW, though, like this September, October time marks their 1 year on TV. And obviously they went from the jump. Their man just had a pay-per-view beforehand and got their deal and just went straight to TV. They were never on like any other funny station or doing some backyard stuff. This has always been them. So they're more or less learning. And these men that are running it are wrestlers. They're not executives or TV writers. They've never done this kind of thing before. So they're pretty much learning in front of us on TV. So I think we do have to cut them a bit of slack. They've done all right for a first year. They've been beating NXT on a regular basis. So you can't say they're not doing good as a TV show. They're getting the viewers. But
listen, me, I'm a controversial guy. So the way I talk. But no, just to tell all these wrestling companies, I am not trying to monkey you lot. You lot are doing a very good job. It's just some things I just don't prefer in it. AEW right now, until you lot pattern up and start organising your shows, I ain't watching you.
Mr. Controversial.
I love it. I said I ain't watching you.
Yeah.
No, they got some things to sort out. Main event scene, definitely. The women's division is an absolute shambles.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, man. I don't know what's going on.
Fam, they're doing. Have you heard this thing that what's her face? Cody's wife. What's her name again?
Brandy Rhodes.
Brandy.
Yeah.
So she's doing AEW heels, charging women, I think $50 a year to join some type of exclusive club where they get VIP kind of treatment, VIP virtual meet and greets. It's like a supported women's network for all women wrestling fans, female wrestling fans. $50 a year, right? But then on TV, the females aren't really getting opportunities. They're having 1 minute matches. The female champion has never been in like a real good storyline.
Yeah.
It's like, do you just have a women's tag team championship and you put it on YouTube instead of like the main show? It's like,
yeah.
Wait a minute. Sorry to cut you off. Who's the AEW Women's Champion?
Nyla Rose.
Shida.
Isn't it? Oh, it's not. It's not Nyla Rose. She lost it.
Nyla Rose had it for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then Shida beat her.
Fam, where did I miss that?
She might. Okay, sorry.
Did I miss that?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah, but bro, even Shida, that's there every week. Like even when they started the championship, the inaugural champion Riho was still in Stardom, wrestling in Japan, and coming like every 4 or 5 weeks. This is a champion you want to establish. You put it on someone that is not even in the country every week, defending or fighting. It's just it's been a bit of a mess.
Thunder Rosa called that the AEW champion because she's NWA champion. So so maybe that something could come up from that. I don't know.
They're having a match at All Out on the 5th of September.
Yeah.
But surely Shida's gonna win. Like she's not gonna lose to the champion of another division, of another promotion. So, but yeah, like I said, it's 1 year old. They've got work to do still. No one can expect them to get everything right now. But there are small little errors, especially like you said, Sam, in like things like storyline and stuff like that, which it's just not even. It don't equal. It don't make sense and stuff like that. You've got enough women in the division. Thunder Rosa shouldn't even have to come in.
But I think it's time for Arch Wrestling's and this is your time for you to like talk your shit. Do you know what I mean? So first question we got from our dear brother, Duke84. He goes, what are you guys thoughts on Brody Lee winning the TNT title? And what did you guys think about the match itself? I think we already discussed that. The match was brutal. Brody Lee really, he mullered my man. Like he left him slumped. He even sprinkled Salt Bay the top on him as well.
He put him in a spliff, man.
Put him in a spliff, bro. That's it, fam. The match was good.
2 power bombs and a lariat, and it was over.
That lariat was serious. I won't lie. His lariat, is up there.
It comes close to JBL's one,
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, go on. Yeah, can't even be stubborn. Yeah, but JBL's one is different.
That was a head-topping thing. Man's head's coming off for JBL's thing. Bro.
Coming off with JBL.
Man. I think that's our thoughts. Amanda, any more thoughts on that?
Sorry, just to even kind of say it, just a bit of a flashback here. Yeah. I feel like JBL kind of gave him that kind of give back situation. If you remember a few years ago, I think Luke Harper, must have done that clothesline to JBL just to kind of just.
Oh, is it?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Wow. So I thought, okay, he's kind of just in a sly way.
Pass the torch.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you're the guy now.
I respect you.
Shout out JBL.
Yeah, big up JBL, man.
That was an underrated legend, underrated wrestler.
I don't think it was underrated. People respect him.
No. JBL was very underrated. At the time when he was a heel, everyone hated his fucking
When he was champion, people didn't rate, but he done a bloody good job.
Yeah, I don't think he's underrated. Like, obviously, there's a lot of people you ask, who's your top 5? I'm sure in some people's top 10, JBL was there. Like, I don't think he's underrated, fam. That's me personally speaking.
This is what we're trying to say. At the time, at his peak, you weren't like JBL as much.
I didn't like him because he was a heel and the way he treated.
No, but even then, I didn't even like his wrestling because of how bad he was. Like, not even bad, but because
of how evil, how mad and menacing he was. Yeah.
This guy's a shit wrestler. All he does is these basic power moves and thinks he's all this, that. But no, like he's a savage. The brawl match with him and Finley, Jesus Christ, he battered Finley and walked out. Normal. Maybe was a brawler, fam. Don't mess with him, cuz. Trust me.
Next question we got. It's from Jamie Rakes, big up our brother Jamie Rakes, one of the funniest guys I've met whilst doing this podcast. He said, with the highly anticipated surprise of Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, what do you think happens to the Universal title picture at Payback PS, weekly pay-per-views are stupid as fuck. Cool. I think that's like 3 questions. Was that 2 questions in one? Yeah. We'll get into it. So cool. What do you guys think of? What do you think is going to happen at the top? What do you think is going to happen at the title picture at Payback?
Well, I'm just going to say this. It's going to be a big question mark because it can go 3 ways, man. It can only go 2 ways. Either the Fiend is walking out champ or Reigns is walking out champ.
If Reigns walks out champ, that's a mistake.
Yep. I think
it's a mistake in my eyes still.
I think if Reigns walks out champion, obviously he's going to bring a lot of crowd displeasure again.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
One way they have around it is you turn this guy heel and he comes out and he says, I'm the champion because you, man, couldn't, handle the thing. And he literally just owns it. Like, what? You're going to boo me? All right, cool, boo me, sort of thing. Like, he just has to own being a heel if they're going to put it on him.
It can be a very dangerous heel. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right, bro. I think they can't put the belt on him and then try to get him, to be this tweener or face again sort of thing, because he is going to make a lot of people angry if he wins it. People were happy to see him back, but this is far too soon. Like, it's literally the next week, 7 days. Like, it's literally the next week. Like, if he's going to win it, he just has to own all the drama, all the politics that's going to come his way.
I can see an angle coming out of this, though. He loses to the Fiend and he changes because the Fiend changes everyone.
But then again, it wouldn't.
Unless that's the heel turn there.
That's the heel turn there, yeah. Exactly.
I don't know what the Fiend's done to me, but WWE and all this shit anyway.
I feel like I'm also lost in limbo. I don't know what's gonna happen. If Roman Reigns wins the title, then for me, I see that's a mistake. Like, I feel like it's too soon, him coming back and taking the title. I don't know. I don't want Braun to win it either. Do you get what I mean? I don't know how this match is going to end. I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest.
I think the safe way, Strowman...
Give the title back to Strowman.
No. I think the safe way is Strowman pins Roman, like takes Roman out of it. And the Fiend carries the belt, goes off to do his own thing, and then maybe we get Roman and Strowman kind of part 2 on SmackDown. They can relive that feud they have, and then Roman can circle back later around to the Fiend. Like,
yeah.
But they just kind of park it off right now because.
Or even better, let Bray Wyatt turn up. Don't let the Fiend turn. Let Bray Wyatt turn up.
Yeah.
Well, they could do that. I think they've advertised the Fiend already, but
I know. Yeah, true.
I want the Fiend to win. Go on. Even if the Fiend, go on.
As long as the Fiend pins Strowman again, it might be burying Strowman a bit, but the Fiend can win and not pin Roman. So,
yeah.
Facts.
Third question we got is from our dear brother again, Sapphire and Smokey. Go check out his channel, man. Sapphire and Smokey on YouTube. Check out follow him on Insta, follow him on Twitter. Follow all of these guys I've mentioned. You know what I mean? Duke84, Jamie Rakes, Sapphire, Smokey, all of them, man. He said Keith Lee versus Orton at Payback. How do you think it goes down? Lashley hasn't been pinned by anyone except for Drew McIntyre since he's joined MVP. Do you think he's winning the US title on Sunday? Was that 2 questions in one, right? Okay, cool. Let's do Lee versus Randy Orton. How do you think that's going to go down?
Lee's going to
Randy Orton's running through him.
I reckon.
Good match for Orton.
You think?
I think Lee's going to win.
Yeah, I think Randy will try and put Lee over, just to, because he's obviously new in the scene. WWE will try to push. Is it again?
Lee can't lose in his first match.
Yeah, he can't lose in his first match. Doesn't make sense.
No, they can't do that to him.
Yeah. And what's going to happen is Drew fighting this pay-per-view?
I don't think so.
Drew's going to come and help. Drew's going to come to I hate saying this because obviously the Pat McAfee thing, but I feel like Drew's going to come to the aid of Keith Lee when it gets peak. He's about to give him the punt kick. Drew comes out, gives him the Claymore kick. Keith Lee goes to the pin. 1, 2, 3. They both look at each other, hug each other. Then we conquered Randy Orton. Done. And now he's back. Now he's back with Randy Orton versus Drew again. And do you know what I mean? I feel like it will go that way. Yeah,
I think there's a part of them they want to set up Drew versus Lee. Because they've got some history as well. I think Lee beat Drew for the Evolve Championship.
Oh, really?
Back in the day.
That was I actually enjoyed it. There was a clip on YouTube when they were sparring.
Yeah, I did saw that. Yeah.
A lot about their past, saying like, Keith Lee, you've been power bombing me for how many in every single company that I've been through. And I was like, I like that demographic, the sparring aspect. You know, just doing a little, you know,
friendly rivalry.
Exactly. I mean, so it was nice. It was good to see.
Hilarious.
What was the other question in that one?
My other question was, Lashley hasn't been pinned by anyone except for Drew since he's joined MVP.
Yeah,
do you think he's winning the US title this Sunday?
Why not?
Yes.
Why not?
100%.
Why not?
I'm so scared where Apollo Crews is gonna fall after losing the US Championship though.
Yeah. Same. I feel like Apollo Crews is doing good right now.
Man, he pulls out. I don't know, man. I can't. I don't know, man.
I think.
I feel like there's no character to Apollo Crews, man. He's just a guy that just wants to do. It's good, you know. I don't know. I like him, but you've got no character to yourself. It's a shame.
You know, I mean, let me not lie. Once he grew a little beard back here, his character did develop a bit more, but I feel like it's enough.
Sorry, Laps. I don't need to slaughter you. What are you talking about? Because of his beard, do you really think?
Wait. I was looking for the other question.
The macho man.
Who was talking about?
Who was talking about? That makes
Apollo Crews.
This guy has got a character. He just talks like, oh yeah, I went back down and runs away from the Hurt Business. Does a flip and ducks out. I don't understand.
Massive does a flip and walks out.
I don't understand, cuz.
This guy was just all smiley. The beard now has made him a bit more ruthless. You feel me?
I say you're saying the beard's made him a bit more believable. Like a bit more like, yeah.
He was too smiley. Like I didn't like him because of all his smile.
Yeah.
I think he's got a bit of a cheeky character to him now. Like he does a couple sly, funny, kind of childish kind of things. Like the other day when they had the arm wrestling contest, before it began, he stepped on Bobby Lashley's foot. Bobby Lashley's like, and then he pinned him down on his arm. Like, yeah, it's kind of like a childish thing, but he's enjoying it and it's giving him something. I mean, at the end of the day, this match wouldn't happen if MVP hadn't been doing the great work that MVP's been doing on TV. So, shout out MVP, but I think Lashley cannot not win.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Lashley's, he is too powerful. You know, what you say, Blackz?
No, sorry, finish off what you were going to say. I always cut people off. Sorry, finish off.
No, minor. So, I was just saying that Lashley, I think, when was it? Just before Extreme Rules, Lashley put Apollo Crews in a full Nelson. And then Apollo Crews was off TV for about 3 or 4 weeks. Now, they said it was the Nelson. Obviously, I don't know if you lot heard, he had COVID. But, they said it was a full Nelson that had written him off for that long amount of time. So, obviously, if he goes into a full Nelson during this match, he should lose, right?
Yeah.
Like, they've set it up like that. So,
Before Nelson can put him on a stretcher once, he can put him on a stretcher again.
Exactly. I think Bobby Lashley would need this as well, man. Let him have a test run for the big one, because he needs to win the big one as well, man.
Yeah, facts.
Oh, what? I think Bobby Lashley is going to be the one to defeat Drew McIntyre. I think it's going to be him.
I won't lie, because the way Hurt Business are, I like Hurt Business, man. Big up MVP, bro. He really pushed. You get me? Even Shelton, I didn't like this little 24 out of nowhere. The man batters someone and he wins the title. I find it so funny.
Just.
So, like, I'm liking the Hurt Business, man. Like, the new t-shirts are hard. And it's
MVP just come through and just assembled the brothers and was like, look, we're going to make an assault on Raw right now. Like, I think MVP, since the whole Corona thing, has been one of the best things about Raw.
Yeah, and the thing is, the Hurt Business, they've got beef with everyone, bruv. They're on the underground scrapping Viking Raiders, then they're scrapping this guy, then they got beef with Truth. They're doing that thing, they're holding it down, beefing anyone, bro. It's on site. It's really on site out here. Apollo Crews is on site. He has to duck ASAP. You don't want the smoke. I'm telling you.
That's true.
That's the only thing. I think they need titles now to back their chat.
Yeah, that's literally it.
Yo, it's Anarfi here, and you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast by the man them, for the man them, blah, blah, blah.
Lashley, United States champion, MVP and Benjamin, tag team champions. Simple. Boom. They're now the king of the mid-cards.
And you know what? You see how he keeps chatting to Cedric Alexander?
Mm-hmm.
I think Ricochet is going to join Hurt Business.
Yep.
That'll be it.
I don't think it's gonna. I think Ricochet is gonna think
that'll really help.
I'm the guy. Yeah, it definitely will. Ricochet is gonna think like I'm the guy. I'm the one and only. Like, why are you chatting to my man, trying to recruit him? Ricochet might turn on Cedric Alexander, but I think it's him that's joining and not Cedric.
Mm.
So, cool. Final question I've got is from NK Preach. He said, who are some wrestlers that the ICW, which stands for the Internet Wrestling Community, love, but you think they're overrated?
Wait, say that again?
Why
So,
is NK?
Who NK said, who are some wrestlers that the IWC, Internet Wrestling Community, love, but you think that they're overrated?
I've got one. It's extremely controversial.
Go on.
When we talk about overrated, are we talking about like in-ring ability or what?
As in general, like, everyone always bags on about it. Everyone's like, oh yeah, this guy.
If I'm going to talk about, mine is basically based on in-ring ability.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say CM Punk.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what's funny? Do you know what's so funny? So funny? I was actually going to say the same person. I feel like the internet has made CM Punk this sort of like
demigod, like
trust me, no one can chat shit about this guy. Do you know what I mean?
Let's be honest, fam. When Punk was there, he was a god.
100.
Yeah, I get that. But there's other wrestlers that have done more, like Mazes as well. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like in the internet community, if you think I'm joking, type in CM Punk on Twitter and you see what people have been saying about this guy right now.
Even today.
Even right now. Look, let me see. Let me even do that for you.
I rate Punk. I loved what he did when he did it, but like that's what I mean. In terms of the overrating, I think for people to still be discussing it how they are today is what has inflated it to like overrated. Like even as a character, I think he still has loads to offer, but maybe in ring, I do think there's probably quite a few wrestlers that are on par, if not better than him.
Yeah, of course.
So I think in ring,
that's why
sick. Yeah, don't get me wrong, in ring is sick, but I feel like the internet has really made him look or sound better than what he really is.
Yeah, because in the ring, he's not touching guys like Daniel Bryan.
Exactly. And that's what mine is based on. Literally, in ring, I think he's overrated. But yeah, I still rate Punk.
That means if you want to talk about that, then let's go then. Stone Cold.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. There's a reason why Stone Cold is not in my top 5 because he's a shit wrestler.
Mad.
Hi, this is the Superior Cypriot Theodoros, and you are listening to the WRESTHINGS podcast.
You're saying that Stone Cold's overrated, right?
Yeah.
I don't feel like Stone Cold is talked about as much as CM Punk. And that's just me being
definitely is.
On Twitter, bro.
That's a mad statement.
On Twitter, no one really talks about Stone Cold that much. I think okay, cool. You see memes of him. You see that GIF meme when he's doing that. But in terms of like people saying stuff about Stone Cold, no one really talks about him as much. They talk about him in terms of like the story, but everyone's always begging for CM Punk to come back. Everyone's always saying CM Punk's one of the top wrestlers, and
yeah, but that's because CM Punk was kind of in the PG era. Stone Cold's obviously had his time and he's retired, so obviously no one's really gonna want Stone Cold. It's like asking for fucking. I can't even say it. I was going to say The Rock, but then people want The Rock to come back.
But yeah, Austin's been long gone, basically.
Yeah.
That's probably why his name's not as mentioned. But the thing is, though, if we're looking at Stone Cold's era, how many man could really wrestle them times?
Yeah.
Like, wrestling now is a lot more athletic-based and has a lot more... What's the word? I don't know. I just feel like them man back then weren't as athletic as today.
It's not as athletic, but no, they could wrestle. I'm actually trying to go through the list. A lot of them in the Attitude Era could wrestle. Could actually, yeah.
I think what it is the wrestlers of today, they're more versatile with their movesets. Whereas in the day, you're a brawler. You only do what brawlers do. You're a grappler. You only do what grapplers do.
Yeah, definitely.
You do what high flyers do. Like, bro, we're seeing Drew McIntyre do drop kicks, bro. He's moving like he's cruiserweight sometimes.
The ring cuts.
He keep up when he jumps back onto his feet like Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
I thought it was a light heavyweight all of a sudden.
I feel like a lot of big men, honestly, as a final point, I feel like a lot of big men, when you see a lot of big men do stuff like drop kicks and the top ropes, you really got to give it to them. Like, I always clap for them because I'm like, fam, that's sick. Like, you can actually move proper. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
It's like when Brock Lesnar done the 3-star press, even though he missed it. Like, it's mad. Do you know what I mean? And when you actually see him connect it, it's like, wow, man.
That's why The Undertaker's the absolute greatest.
Of course. And I can agree with you on that.
It's amazing.
Undertaker's flying clothesline is one of the best clotheslines I've seen. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously,
Undertaker in his prime might just be best big man of all time.
Yeah,
best big man of all time. Best.
I'm not disagree with that one. You know?
The best big man of all time.
Say again?
I'm gonna have to disagree with that one. You know?
Are you crazy? Who
are you gonna give?
Who?
The best big man.
Don't send yourself back to the canteen, please.
You might agree with me with this one. It was actually Kane.
Fuck off.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
No way.
Top five. Top five, but not best.
Let me give you the benefit of the
There's
doubt.
been there for you, bro. No way.
Give Laps his explanation.
Let me give the benefit of the doubt. Laps, I get where you come from.
Kane is highly underrated. Kane had mad strength. You see, when Kane was going on the top rope, he did the best flying clothesline. And he sold it perfectly as well when he was doing it. And, bro, Kane, he had more longevity than
Better than Taker. Are you just about to say he had more knowledge in the ring? Are you just about to say that? Are you really just about to say that? No, big man thing. Anarfi, I can't lie, man. Let's stop, please. I have to
listen.
Because this one will stress me.
Listen. Yes. Save this thing for.
Kane was better than the fucking Undertaker.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Do you know what? I feel like this has now shifted the visceral to the visceral thing.
Listen.
Man took off his glasses.
Let me get to one say, yeah. I feel like the visceral chat has now been turned into Kane versus Undertaker now. Let's keep that. Let's keep this for next week. Next week's podcast. You free next week?
Yeah.
Come on next week's podcast and we discuss it every single person.
Put this as a highlight. This one needs to get slaughtered. Kane better than the Undertaker.
Hey, Kane was better.
Man snaps his own arm when he does an uppercut. Get the hell out of here, man.
Hey, listen, guys. It's been an amazing podcast today. I want to big up Mex for coming on. Bro, big up you, man. Do you want to plug yourself quickly? Say your socials and that.
Yeah, so it's just Wrestlemaniac UK everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. We've got daily videos coming out. Working with different people. And I respect you guys. Been a fan of your platform for at least the last year. Been watching all of you lot's videos, making me laugh. Just want the best, pushing out this UK wrestling scene. Black boys doing it big in the UK for wrestling, bro. Trust
me, bro. I've seen you like from like when you first obviously came up on the scene, not first came on the scene, but from when I think Dubway started reposting your stuff, and I was like, yo, this guy's sick. I thought he was American when I first saw him. I think because when I saw the video, I didn't really click on the video, but when I clicked on the video, I was like, right, this guy's sick. Then I started seeing how frequent you drop videos, and bro, that's sick. That's very inspirational, man. Like, big up to you, man, for doing that. And obviously, anyone
you lot have definitely paved, bro. When I was thinking of starting, it's always the thinking, can I keep it up and everything? And then I must have stumbled across, I think it was a clip of something you lot must have posted on Twitter. I don't even know how it got to my timeline. And I was thinking, literally, hold on. There's black guys in this London that are enjoying wrestling like I am. Said, the road has been paved. Let's all go. I definitely wouldn't have had the confidence to kind of go forward and do it if I never saw you lot doing your things. So big up.
Sick, man. But big up you 10 times, man. Even 1,000,000 times. Big up you, bro. But yeah, man, do you want to close it out?
Yeah.
Obviously, he's going first. Maybe
You go, bro.
All right. Yeah, man. Obviously, Sam Blackz was controversial files coming soon. A lot of the files are going to be picked on what we've been saying in the past episodes. So I'm going to be looking at that a bit, especially this Undertaker and Taint topic. I'm slaughtering you, Laps. I'm so sorry, but yeah, you're done now. Underdone. Yeah.
I big up Blackz, man. I big up Sam, man. When that thing drops, man, then make sure you listen to that, man. It's gonna be sick.
You know that. It's Young Laps, the Laps. You can find me on Instagram at the Laps316. We are gonna pick up the debate next week. Undertaker was better than Kane.
This guy was trolling, fam.
But literally, yeah. Stay tuned. Come see us. Come listen to our pod next week, and then we can discuss this stuff further, man.
Yeah. Good. But yeah, big up Guap, big up Versi. We see you. Hope you guys are well and good. Obviously, Guap was here before, but obviously due to the internet connection, you had to cut out. But yeah, man, tune into the next episode. We're on episode 36 after that. And yeah, man, Mix, you'll be jumping on us again, innit? So we'll see you next week.
Next week. Yep.
Cool. So, man, them, peace. Continue watching wrestling. Continue loving yourselves. And remember, Black lives always matter.
That's right.
Peace.